Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year. I wasn't here last week, so I want to say Happy New Year to you all. So great to see you all. We're going to start with an opening song. If you want to get up and bounce around, if you don't want to, you don't have to, but please sing along. The words are up on the screen. This is a song by Eddie Watkins Jr., a New Thought singer in the U.S. So let's hit it, maestro. See, it's a good bouncy song. Here we go. One life living as you and me, one life shining as you and me, one life loving as you and me. God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out. I'm so happy. I just want to shout. One life living as you and me, one life shining as you and me, one life loving as you and me, because God is all there is. One life living as you and me, one life shining as you and me, one life loving as you and me, because God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out. I'm so happy. I just want to shout. One life living as you and me, one life shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me, because God is all there is. Know it. God is all there is. God is all there is. God is all there is. Yes. Good job. Oh, you want to do it again? Welcome to Unity Church of Sun Lakes. I'm Reverend Jeanne Laughlin. So happy to be here with all of you today. Unity is a positive, practical, and progressive approach to spiritual growth, rooted in the teachings of Jesus and the power of affirmative prayer and positive thinking. Here at Unity Church of Sun Lakes, we honor the universal truths in all religions and help people discover and live their spiritual potential and purpose. We are an open-minded, accepting spiritual community. Now, I would like to see if we have any newcomers here today, and I do see a couple that I'd love for you guys to introduce yourselves if you so choose. I'll just bring you the microphone so that you can hear.
Hello. Hello. My name is Emma. I'm here with my Aunt Linda today. I'm just visiting, but I keep hearing about this Unity Church thing, so I want to see what it's all about. I'm living in Bellingham, Washington right now, and I work as an archaeologist. So, yeah, that's me.
Welcome. So grateful you're here with us. And did you guys get a chance to introduce yourselves? You did not. I'd love it if you would.
I'm Carol Insminger, and I'm with Sandy Davidson. And we just found you guys online, and we just really feel like this is going to be our church. So I'm with Neighbors Who Care, and I have been taking Sandy under my wing, trying to find her a church. So I'm really, really happy to be here. So.
This is a really dear friend of mine. We go way back, and this is the first time you've been here, so would you indulge in blessing everyone with who you are?
Wow, yes. My name is Barbara Sherrod. I am a member at Unity of Mesa and other things. Jeanne and I do go way back, and I have a surprise for her today. But we will partake of that shortly.
Welcome, Barbara. We have a welcoming statement that we would love to say to everyone here, honestly. We love you, we bless You are my bestie. Barbara Sherrod's my bestie. Barbara Horton is. I want to thank Lori for bringing the flowers in this morning. They're absolutely beautiful. Appreciate that dedication, devotion. Thank you. And now this morning, our opening prayer will be delivered by Odie von Nostitz.
Good morning, my beautiful church family. Let's sit back and relax. Take a deep breath through your mouth, and as you breathe in, say, I am happy. Hold that breath for a couple of seconds and breathe out through, I'm sorry, I've got it backwards. Breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth. And as you're breathing out, breathe out any negativity that you might have within you right now. And just relax. Spirit within, we ask your guidance in choosing the best seeds for our individual selves in planting or replanting our mind's garden. Seeds such as the seeds of kindness, wisdom, humility, unselfishness. The seeds of humbleness, non-judgmental, creativity, positiveness, joyfulness, ability, respect. Seeds of peace and abundance, just to name a few. Help us to feed and nourish our garden with love, sharing its bouquets with all we meet daily. And please help us to spot any weed that might pop up, such as envy, intolerance, fear, self-doubt, hate, greed, jealousy, loneliness, so that we can quickly eradicate them, knowing that we reap that which we sow. Thank you so much for the realization that when our divine mind's garden is worked on daily, we are using the recipe for our life's higher good and happiness. For this and so much more, our gratitude is never ending. And will you join with me in saying, and so it is.
And now our daily word will be delivered by Helen Daly.
I wouldn't be surprised by what today's topic is on a lot of people's minds right now. It's freedom. The divine presence within gives us all freedom. At times, you may feel hemmed in by circumstances, limited by lack of opportunity, or faced with an unwelcome situation and no good choice. When that happens, you may feel anything but free. Rather than despair, look for freedom in God and the limitless expression of your divinity. Shifting perspective from the limits of the world to the expanse and perfection of spirit can fill you with relaxation as you remember that no earthly trouble is greater or more enduring than God. Claim the power of God and feel a strength beyond mere human strength. As moment by moment you release limiting beliefs and reclaim the power given to your problems. Remember, you're probably the only one giving it that same power. And God can certainly help with that. Spirit lives in you, and this truth is your freedom. from Corinthians 3:17. Now the Lord is a spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom.
Thank you. And now let's say our Unity Church of Sun Lakes prayer that was written by our prayer team together. Unity Church of Sun Lakes is a beacon of love and light. We welcome all with open hearts and open arms to express their divine potential. We come together in oneness in creating peace, health, and happiness in our church community and the world. Divine order guides our church as it prospers and grows, providing healing, love, hope, and friendship to all. And so it is. And now let's prepare for meditation, going within with a song, and then Sheila Taylor will be leading the meditation. Here I am, here and now, in this moment. Here I am, in the place I am meant to be. Nothing can hurt me, nothing can shake me. I am free. Here I am, here and now, in this moment. Here I am, in the place I am meant to be. Nothing can hurt me, nothing can shake me. I am free. It is a pleasure to be with you this morning to offer the meditation as we move into the new year 2023. Let us be free. Let us walk as children of the light. And so now I invite you to be sure that your back is straight, not stiff on the chair. Your hands in your lap, palms facing up, and with your eyes closed. As Spirit touched my heart this morning, it showed me lightning bugs. Do you remember them? A field of lightning bugs. If you will remember, they light up, and then the light goes out. As we inhale this morning, breathing in, and know that your light is shining bright. As you exhale, you are releasing what no longer serves you. And so breathing in
and breathing out. Your light is shining in. You are releasing out. And now we come together as light. A beautiful haze of white light. We are one. One in the light, one in the spirit. And we're beginning to move forward as one body, meeting the source, the divine presence within our hearts. And your light is shining, and it merges with the divine light. You are free. Free of what used to bog you down. You are free in the spirit. You're free in love. Feel that love surrounding you, holding you close. Knowing that this time in your life, beautiful things are happening. And now commune with the divine in the silence of your hearts for just a few moments. On this second Sunday of this new year, Spirit is saying, put away your fears, put away your worries. There is nothing to fear. You are loved. You are needed. You are the face of God. You are the family of God. You are free. No worries, no burdens. You are as light as the lightning bug, free to move and have your being in the divine. And so, it is now time that we will move from the space of our hearts, knowing that any point in time, we may always enter and commune. And so I invite you now to slowly bring your consciousness back into this sanctuary
this sacred space, made sacred by our love and our intentions, that you just gently move your hands, move your toes and wiggle your nose, move your head and shoulders from side to side. As you slowly now open your eyes and know that your lights were shining like those of the lightning bugs that I have not seen in years, but Spirit showed them to me. And it's like each one of you sitting here is a bug. And as you breathe in, you know how they used to light up? And then when you release. But you all became more than bugs. You became the family, the face of God. And so it is. Amen.
The Reverend Barbara Sherrod. Thank you. And so we've requested to bring to mind more often our unity principles. And so our first unity principle, our 5 unity principles. The first one, and if you think of it as on your hand, we look at the thumb as God is. God is everywhere, omnipresent. There is only one power and one presence in the universe and in my life, God the good. And then number 2, this is on the index finger, is I am. God and I are one. And as Barbara was saying in her meditation, when we connect to that higher place within us, that I am, that divine part of ourselves, we are truly free. We are unlimited. Number 3, I think. This is the, let's see, that middle finger. The third one, I think. But it's not just our thoughts. It's also our feelings and our beliefs that create our life. Number 4, I pray. Unity believes in the power of prayer. We just witnessed it. We pray, and that is one of our 5 principles that we all honor and we go to create our lives. And then number 5, we live these principles. Okay, so we'll continue to visit those throughout the year, the months, because they truly are who we are, and we live those principles. And we're going to sing together a unity song called I Love Myself by Joseph Jeanne. Here we go. Let's sing this together. I love myself the way I am. There's nothing I need to change. I'll always be the perfect me. There's nothing to rearrange. I'm beautiful and capable of being the best me I can. And I love myself just the way I am. Love you just the way you are. There's nothing you need to do. When I feel the love inside myself, it's easy to love you. rage and tears, I see a shining star, and I love you just the way you are. Love the world the way it is, 'cause I can clearly see that all the things I judge I've done by people just like me. So till the birth of peace on earth that only love can bring, I'll help it grow by loving everything. I love myself the way I am, and still I want to grow. A change outside can only come when deep inside I know I'm beautiful and capable of being the best me I can. And I love myself just the way I am. I love myself just the way I am. Good job. Our theme this month focuses on unity principle number 2. Which one is that? I am. Yes. And it's about speaking out for love, shining our lights brightly, living loud without regrets, breaking free of fear and doubt, saying yes to our good, living in harmony, and being a catalyst for change. And so we're going to talk about that this month, doing all of those things in very big, big ways. So we'll explore how the roots of our unity teachings invite us, instruct us, inspire us, and infuse us. They infuse us with enthusiasm to be and to do those big things in big ways. Did you notice that I just said 4 things that we were going to do this month? 4 things. So they're going to invite us into it with a luring and with a calling, with an inner nudge. Often, but not always, in the form of divine discontent. They will instruct us on exactly, precisely how to move into that bigger space and place. Our teachings really are like a step-by-step how-to manual. Isn't that nice? We thought we weren't given a manual when we came here. So here it is. And these thoughts will help us, they will inspire us, they will motivate us to want to go there, to be big. And finally, they'll infuse us with that enthusiasm for the entire idea of living in this larger, more profound, more on purpose, bigger way, which will then give us the fortitude to keep moving forth, even when life doesn't go as we planned it. And even when we get disappointed or scared or frustrated, or you fill in the blank. And each week, we're going to take one of those ideas, invite us, instruct us, inspire us, and infuse us with enthusiasm to be big as God. Not big as God, to be big as God. And so we'll explore how our teachings will do that. So to introduce our topic today, I want to share a quote from Talks on Truth by Charles Fillmore on page 40, which lays the foundation for our work here this morning. He says, "We find that life is a principle, that it is inherent in being, everywhere present, at all times, that it is manifest to consciousness through vehicles, our bodies, that these vehicles are animated by life according to their capacity or power to express it, that capacity or power of expression is governed by the idea that of life that is infused into it by the generative energy of the I am. The I am. I love this idea that each one of us is a spontaneous, self-choosing center of life engaged in the great drama of being, in the great joy of becoming, and in the certainty of external expansion, eternal expansion. Each one of us is governed by the very idea of life that has been infused with the generative energy of that great I am. So today, we're being invited into these concepts of being, becoming, and expanding. Or said another way, of being big as God. So the question of the morning is, what qualities of God are calling you into expansion? How are you being called to play bigger in your life? What is calling you into a grander, bigger experience of your life? Which is the greatest gift life, capital L, has given you? What is calling you deeper? How are you being invited to shine your light more brightly? Living loud without regrets, breaking free of fear and doubt, saying yes in a more profound way to your good, living in greater harmony, being a catalyst for change. The Science of Mind founder Ernest Holmes writes in The Basic Ideas of Science of Mind, "There is something within us all which constantly pushes us forward, which demands continued progress. Inertia may hinder our paying much attention to this inner urge," bless you, "but it is always there. It is what keeps us going ahead." As I look out into the audience, each and every one of you, I see that divine urge. I've heard it as we speak. Because that inner urge is what we are, demanding expression. We are made in the likeness, the image and likeness of the Father. We cannot accept stagnation. Something protests against it. We must be moving forward into a higher and more satisfying spiritual nature. This divine discontent is a factor in our very makeup. And unless we are following its promptings, we are not happy. We cannot get away from it because it is our true nature. And our unfoldment is something for which we are specifically responsible for. The Persian poet Rumi said the same thing in a very poetic way. Feel yourself being quietly drawn by the deeper pull of what you truly love. I love Charles Fillmore's famous quote, "I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm." Come on, say it with me. "And spring forth with a mighty faith to do the things that ought to be done by me." Let's do that again. "I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm and spring forth with a mighty faith to do the things that ought to be done by me." Whew. We are always being invited to higher and higher levels of expression. Being bigger as God. And it is our responsibility to RSVP to that invitation. We have to. Otherwise, we're just shrink. Let's just shrink. Nobody else see me. Charles Fillmore wrote in Adam's Smashing Power of Mind, the method by which Jesus evolved from sense consciousness, sense, sight, feel, touch, okay? Sense consciousness, to God consciousness. In other words, he answered the invitation. Was first the recognition of the spiritual selfhood. I always have to, for myself, explain what he's talking about. Spiritual selfhood. That's the highest self. My highest self. Spiritual selfhood. My divine part of me. And a constant affirmation of its supremacy and power. Jesus loved to make the highest statements. I and the Father are one. So, okay, I want that piece of chocolate cake. I want that cake really bad. Higher self says, no, you don't. You don't want that chocolate cake. You don't need that chocolate cake. But I'm down here going, looking at that chocolate cake, and I want that chocolate cake. Now, which one? Which one do I listen to? The one that I listen to most. Am I eating chocolate cake these days? Probably. Or am I listening to the higher self? You know, do I give her more power? I know what's right for me. You with me?
Yes.
You know, if I chose the higher power one, I could see myself really thriving in life and having all this freedom, right? So that's what I'm saying. Jesus gave that highest self the power. And once you stop giving that lower, the small self power, it gets less and less loud. The higher self becomes louder and louder. More and more powerful. And secondly, Charles Fillmore says, by the power of his word, he penetrated deeper into omnipresence and tapped the deepest resources of his mind, his highest self, whereby he released the light, life, and substance of spirit, which enabled him to get the realization that wholly united his consciousness with the God mind. Sometimes the invitation pulls us, and sometimes it pushes us in the form of a slight tap on the shoulder or a gentle nudge. Might be a swift kick in the behind. And that's usually after we haven't responded to the tap or the nudge, right? Many years ago, Father Leo Booth spoke at a conference. He told of a trip that he took to Bali. He went there for a spiritual conference. When he arrived at the British airport to check in, he was told his passport had only 4 months left on it, and it needs to be 6 when you're going to travel internationally. So the agent suggested that he stop over in Singapore and get his passport renewed at the British Embassy before he went on to Bali. But the process would take several days. This was the best that they could offer him, and of course he wasn't happy. He had to be in Bali for the conference. As he sat there somewhat fretting and stewing, a lady got up from her seat and went to the restroom. And when she came out, he noticed that her skirt was caught up in her underwear. I mean, this happens. He's referred to this as a spiritual moment. Well, what should he do? What should he do? He toyed with the idea, gently trying to, maybe I'll try to pull it out. But he thought better of that. So he said, and I quote, "Excuse me, your shirt is stuck in your underwear." "Oh dear," she said. "I hate it when I do that." "I thought it was better for me to tell you." He sheepishly muttered, "Thank you." She says, "I detect an accent. Are you from England?" And he says, "Yes." She said, "So am I. But now I live in Singapore." "What do you do?" Booth asked. "Are you ready?" "Oh," she says, "I work for the British Embassy in the Passport Division." Within a day, he had his passport renewed and was on his way to Bali. Sometimes when we feel pushed or have that feeling of divine discontent, it is really God tapping us on the shoulder and saying, "Excuse me. Excuse me, I want you to be a greater expression of me than you are being right now. Excuse me, I want you to sprout your wings and fly like a butterfly or maybe a lightning bug. Excuse me, I want you to be a more powerful co-creator with me. Excuse me, I want your attention." So this year, I'm inviting each one of you, myself included, to aim higher and be bigger than we have ever thought that we could be. Why not? We have something better to do? Michelangelo once said, "The greatest danger for most of us is not that our aim is too high and then we'll miss it. Our aim is that it's too low and we will reach it." Ho hum. That's just boring. It's not who we are. So I ask you now to contemplate the following ways of being big as God, and come into a thoughtful process of how you are being invited into bigger ways to be and do the things that ought to be done by you. So close your eyes for just a brief moment. Visualize perhaps speaking out for love. Shining your lights brightly. Living loud without regrets. Breaking free of fear and doubt. Saying yes to your good. Living in harmony. Being a catalyst for change. What is calling you to something more. And God bless us all this year as we love and support each other on this journey together. Take a deep breath. Exhale. And let's say that affirmation together one more time with as much enthusiasm as you can. I fairly zeal and enthusiasm and spring forth with a mighty faith to do the things that ought to be done by me. Yes. Yes. And now we'll have a poem read by Sheila Taylor, a poem by James Dillett Freeman.
Hello. Happy New Year. Many, many more. I'm going to read the poem, I'm There, by James Dillett Freeman. Do you need me? I'm there. You cannot see me, yet I am the light you see by. You cannot hear me, yet I speak through your voice. You cannot feel me, yet I am the power at work in your hands. I am at work, though you do not understand my ways. I am at work, though you do not understand my works. I am not strange visions. I am not mysteries. Only in absolute stillness, beyond self, can you know me as I am, and then, but as a feeling and a faith. When you need me, I am there. Even if you deny me, I am there. Even when you feel most alone, I am there. Even in your fears, I am there. I am there even in your pain. I am there. I am there when you pray and when you do not pray. I am in you, and you are in me. Only in your mind can you feel separate from me, for only in your mind are the mists of yours and mine. Yet only with your mind can you know me and experience me. Empty your heart of empty fears. When you get yourself out of the way, I am there. You can of yourself do nothing, but I can do all, and I am all. Though you may not see the good, good is there, for I am there. I am there because I have to be, because I am. Only in me does the world have meaning. Only out of me does the world take form. Only because of me does the world go forward. I am the law on which the movement of the stars and the growth of living cells are founded. I am the love that is the law's fulfilling. I am assurance. I am peace. I am oneness. I am the law that you can live by. I am the love that you can cling to. I am your assurance. I am your peace.
I am one with you. I am. Though you failed to find me, I do not fail you. Though your faith in me is unsure, my faith in you never wavers. Because I know you, because I love you. Beloved, I am there. Thank you.
It's now time for our offering, and we're going to pass the basket around today. And we're going to have a new song. Karen Drucker's Blessing to the World. We're going to retire that song for a little bit. We're going to do a new one today by Karen Drucker as well. She said she wanted this song given to the congregation as a gift from Karen Drucker. Isn't that sweet? So she gave us a new track today called God is My Source. And so we'll sing that together. But before we do that, just wanted to talk a little bit about tithing. Before I came to Unity Church, I used to give an offering to the church based on what I had in my purse that day. And if I was feeling generous, I might even drop a 20 in the basket. In Unity, many people practice tithing their incomes. And a literal tithe is 10% of your income. Also, the term tithing in Unity sometimes is used to describe any systematic plan of giving to spiritual activities. For example, my system of tithing is as soon as I get paid for anything, I go to my online banking and I take 10% right off the top. That's what I do. And I tithe as source. I don't tithe from my small self. I tithe from my big self. As God. How did I get there? I took many classes in Unity on tithing. And so we're going to talk about that too. But it is a spiritual practice of giving back to where one receives spiritual sustenance. Knowing that this ministry makes a difference in people's lives. Knowing that the tithe makes a difference in how this church is financially sustained. And finally, knowing that prosperity consciousness keeps me in the flow of abundance. I know all of these things. And giving to others is one of the best things that you can do for yourself. It's a great way to shift your mindset and practice gratitude. It's also a powerful opportunity to channel the law of attraction and to allow more positive vibrations and energy into your life. So all of these things are very important to me. And from time to time, I'm going to ask others to come up and share, how does it affect you? How does it feel in your life? But here at Unity Church of Sun Lakes, we are a tithing church. So we tithe from all of our income, 10% right off the top. And we tithe to organizations who inspire us, who encourage us, who also enrich our communities. If you have any questions about tithing, myself or Dennis are happy to talk to you about that practice. And we're also happy to share what organizations this church, your funds, where we tithe to, what organizations. And we're also open if you have one. Hey, I love this place and this is why they're so inspiring and whatever. We have ears to listen and want to know where you would like us to tithe. So let's say our offering statement together. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. I am so blessed. Thank you, God. And now let's sing God is My Source by Karen Drucker.
God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need.
So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Joy is my source, joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Oh, so I give me everything I need. God is my source, peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. Give me harmony. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. Who's God? I am. God gives me everything. We all are, yes. And now it is time for our gratitude, offering gratitude prayer. Let's say this together. We give thanks for these many blessings of today, and know they are but a symbol of the inexhaustible substance of the universe. I give thanks that 10 times as much or more is now on its way to me and quickly manifests in perfect ways. And now for our announcements. Do I have a volunteer for our prayer partner today? Our prayer partners need to start signing up, or maybe we need to change that practice. Helen, thank you, Helen. So Helen can meet you in the back if you would like personal prayer today. And then Betty, would you like to make a report for the... No? Okay, that's okay. We're working on that. We have our board meeting next week. If anyone is interested in attending the board meeting, please come and see me. It'll be after church next week. Dennis, did you want to say anything about the crochet and knitting class?
We will be meeting next week right after service, very briefly, to decide where and when to meet.
Okay.
Laura will be here then.
There's a sign-up sheet in the back if you're interested in being part of that club. And then there's a sign-up sheet in the back for a class that Dennis is offering. Dennis is our new licensed Unity teacher, and he will be offering the spiritual education and enrichment course. So if you're on the track for licensed Unity teacher or for ministerial track, you can get credit for this class. It is prosperity, which can be taken for credit towards becoming a licensed Unity teacher, or you can take it just because you want to. The course is an excellent dive into prosperity teachings of Unity using the work of Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, and Eric Butterworth, a prolific New Thought author, and sure to expand our awareness of the abundance around us. The course will be held via Zoom on Tuesday evenings from 6:30 to 8:10, January 24th through February 28th. The fee is $75 if you're taking it for credit, or $60 if being audited. If taking the class for credit, an additional fee must be paid to Unity Worldwide Spiritual Institute to register your grade with them and receive credit. So please contact Dennis for more information. I am going to be attending that class as part of my accreditation, so I'm excited. What else? We have our prayer team meets every Wednesday, and Julia Norton is leading that. And if you'd like to find out more information, please talk to Julia in the back. Also, our Reiki Share group is every Tuesday, and Betty can talk to you about that. It's at 9:30. Our musician for next week is Jennifer Sheets. Today was Amy, and Amy's not feeling well, so please hold Amy in your prayers. All is well. And so I want to thank Dennis for all that you did today. I really appreciate it. Amy came and set up early and then just couldn't, she went home. So, everyone that made this service Barbara and Sheila, thank you so much for giving your gifts today. It was just wonderful. So great to see you. Who am I forgetting? Lori, thank you for the flowers.
Odie.
Huh?
Odie.
And Odie for that beautiful prayer. So let's stand now, and we're going to close out with a song that hopefully all of you know, and we will sing together, called Let It Be. I'm sorry I don't have a track for it, but I think we can handle it. And then we'll close with the prayer for protection. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. When the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And now let's close with the prayer for protection. Y'all started great. I mean, we should just take this on the road. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God.